let it go, and flourish. Release, renew, and rise.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Let It Go and Flourish podcast. This is episode 5 of season 1, and I am your host, Merlyn Clarke. I thank you for tuning in today. Today, you are in for a special treat. I am fortunate to have Yvonne Robinson Jackson as my expert guest. But before I present her to you, let me share some information from her bio. I am so tickled. Yvonne Robinson Jackson is passionate about guiding high achievers to great, fulfilling careers that require smart planning, not compromise. As a career success strategist and a well-known LinkedIn top voice, she helps professionals beat burnout, embrace their worth, and kickstart their careers forward using practical strategies and methods that boost confidence. Yvonne has a real talent for turning uncertainty into an opportunity for growth. She focuses on guiding executives and driven professionals through those make or break career decisions like snagging that promotion, switching fields, or perfecting their personal brand. Her unique method mixes practical strategies with changes in perspective, showing that confidence isn't something you are born with. It's a skill you can develop. Yvonne's LinkedIn posts have resonated with thousands of people. She's not afraid to be open about topics such as beating imposter syndrome, making smart connections, and shaping careers that align with ambition and well-being. She helped an IT advisor who was once very shy learn how to confidently pitch his services with Fortune 500 companies, leading to a 200 increase in his client list. Let me repeat that. It led to a 200% increase in his client list. When Yvonne isn't busy coaching or crafting thought leadership career content, she's championing quiet confidence, which is all about mastering your expertise without resorting to being the loudest voice in the room, but rather being the smartest. Now, something she did not share in her bio, and I'm going to share it. Today, she had her weekly Zumba class, which she had to cancel to be on this show. So she is a Zumba queen. I just wanted to add that because she's not all about work. She also knows how to have fun. So follow Yvonne on LinkedIn, Yvonne Robinson Jackson, career strategist and LinkedIn top voice, helping high achievers build careers that demand no sacrifice, just strategy. Wow. So, Yvonne, you and I met in John Lee's room on Clubhouse. And then we reconnected on the social platform called Chatter. In fact, you invited me to join Chatter during the private beta testing stage. You also made me your admin for Win on LinkedIn during your daily Clubhouse show, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. Hello, Merlyn. Thanks for inviting me to speak on your podcast. It's pretty wild, right? To be reconnecting with you like this, it feels like things have really come full circle. Yes, we first met on John Lee's stage in Clubhouse rooms, and I'm really happy that we connected on Chatter. I distinctly remember asking you to join Chatter Beta, and on Clubhouse, I wanted you to really help me to grow that room. And we used to grow that room to hundreds of people coming to my win with LinkedIn rooms on Clubhouse. Because guess what? Your dedication, your reliability, your consistency, and your loyalty resonated with me and attracted me to you. So, yes, I did invite you. And then you talked about Chatter. Okay. So I invited you to Chatter because my friend Nelson Apega created this platform with a lot of people thought it was going to be like a clubhouse, right? Which is a social audio. But then they realized that what he created was amazing because that was social audio media interactive experience. You get the audio and you get the video, right? Audio and video. And what you can do on that platform, actually, you can create collaborations, you can create friendship, you can do your coaching there, you can help a lot of people because you can interact one to one to many to one, and many to many. So it is the best platform to use. And guess what? The version 2 is coming, version 2 next week. So for all those people on LinkedIn who don't know what we are talking about, you are going to either send Merlyn a message or send me a message and figure out how you're going to be able to get on this because it is in private beta now. You can only get a link to join, and we can give you a link now and you join today. And also next week or soon, I think before the end of this month, it is going out to everybody. So don't be a laggard, don't be late.
Wow. 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 Thank you for your kind words, Yvonne, and thank you for explaining to our audience what Chatter social media platform is all about. It's more than an audio platform. It's audio, visual, media, everything wrapped up in one, and it's exciting. All right, so thank you so much. Now, your bio states that you are a career strategist and a LinkedIn top voice. Now, I had a LinkedIn orange or gold color top voice badge, but then it disappeared. You have a blue top voice badge. Please explain briefly the difference between the blue top voice badge and the orange one. And also, how does one go about getting a blue top voice badge?
Merlyn and friends, I'm really, really proud to have the LinkedIn Top Voice Blue Badge, which means LinkedIn itself has recognized me as a key influence in my area of expertise. Now, you talked about two badges. You talked about the gold or orange badge and the blue badge. The orange badge, as of October 8th, 2024, LinkedIn stopped giving out those badges. The orange badge was officially called the Community Top Voice Badge, and it was part of a program where LinkedIn's users would vote their peers who added to AI generated articles. The blue badge, on the other hand, is given directly by LinkedIn through an invitation. It's a form of editorial recognition based on how consistently members show thought leadership and makes an impact and engages with their industry. You can't actually apply for it. It's awarded to members who provide the thought leadership and sharing the unique insights, regularly engaging and making valuable contributions, as I said, within their niche over a period of time. So for me, the recognition came from my ongoing efforts in career development, leadership, and helping others boost their personal and professional brand on LinkedIn.
Oh, Yvonne, thank you so much for making that distinction for us because I was wondering where did my badge go? So now I know I have to work even harder if I want to get one of those blue badges that stays. It's the permanent badge. I had the temporary badge that's no longer there. Thank you so much. Now, on many occasions, you have shared that you worked as a university lecturer in your country of origin, Jamaica, West Indies, also my country of origin, and that when you migrated to Grand Cayman, you pivoted into a new career. You also experienced a career change in Canada, where you currently reside. Tell us briefly about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. My career path has certainly been full of twists and turns and twists and turns and twists and turns. When you add up, I've career pivoted more than 8 times.
Wow.
I began, so my career began in Jamaica, as you said. And after I left high school, I went to college to become a trained teacher. So I'm actually a trained teacher. I was taught to teach. So I worked for around 3 years in teaching. And then at the time, we weren't getting a lot of money. You have to pay your bills, right? Just like now, people are worried. So I'm going to take you through the transitions and the pivots and the twists and the turns. So I left teaching and applied for a job at a company called Boros Caribbean at the time. They used to sell mainframe computers. So look at the thread that is going through. So I left teaching, went into computers. I worked there as a receptionist, leaving teaching and going back to receptionist. So I stepped back to move forward because I know I needed to get experience in industry. So I worked at this company, and after 3 years, it was getting shaky, and they sold that company out. And my boss opened up his own company called Point of Sale Jamaica Limited. You can even Google it; it's there right now. And I was a sales representative for them. I was driving all over Jamaica, selling microcomputers and cash registers. While I was there, I decided that I wanted to, go higher. So I registered into the university. While I'm working full time, I was full time in university doing my marketing. So I went there to do marketing and business. While then doing that marketing and business, my husband decided he's going to move to Barbados. So when I went to Barbados, I had to switch again. Even within studying, I decided in Barbados, am I going to live here? I did not know. So every country you go, or every step of the way, what you need to do is an environmental scan to see what's happening. And at the time, it was more of accounting. So I decided to switch my degree and start the degree in accounting. I did the degree in accounting, and guess what happened? Husband decided that's my ex, right? Decided he wanted to move again. So he wanted to move to the Cayman Islands. Kind of exciting. Cayman Islands nearer to Jamaica. I finished my degree in accounting, went to the Grand Cayman, and I got a job in the Cayman Islands government as a treasury accountant. Money, 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 money. So I worked with the Cayman Islands government as a treasury accountant. And because I also have a business background, they had trouble at their farmers co-op. They also sent me to run that. So I was running the farmers co-op for them to take it out of the red. So I did use some of those skills, business, accounting, and all that stuff. So I went there and I did that. We moved back to Jamaica. When I moved back to Jamaica, I went back into to business again, marketing. So I was marketing executive for Stanley Motor Jamaica Limited. People can Google that. And Devon Corporation, they can Google that, marketing executive. So I did the whole marketing thing, and I got a little bit frustrated. And I decided I want to go back to teaching. So I registered in the university to do my MBA. I went to the University of Technology, did my MBA. We did some programs coming out of Harvard. And then what happened while I did my MBA, and I got a job to lecture at the University of Technology, Jamaica. So I lectured there for a while, and guess what I was teaching? Business, finance, and marketing. I'm showing people the thread, the transferable skills that I took from one to the other, right? While I was there, my friend, and my friends on LinkedIn, my husband decided because he was working on another island, right? Because men tend to be a little bit more antsy than women. So he decided he wanted to come to Canada. Another pivot. I came to Canada. When I came to Canada, I'm like, what am I going to do? Another environmental scan. I looked around and I realized it was in 2000. Technology was booming at the time. It was going to take longer for me to get into teaching, to go teach at the University of Ottawa or Carleton. And I registered in September. I came here. In August, I went to Algonquin College. They had the Information Technology Professional Program. I registered into that program. It was a 9-month intensive. It cost me $15,000. So I went there and I did that program, and I got my Microsoft certified Microsoft certified engineer qualification. I had to do 7 exams to get into that. I passed it. My A plus on my CCNA, because you have to do all of them together because you need to know about the security of the network. I got the job and I got a placement at a company called Electronic Data Systems, which was created by Ross Perot. Full circle back. Ross Perot was a gentleman. He's a gentleman from the United States. He created that company, but we had a branch in Canada, big EDS company. And I worked there and the company shook. See what happens to companies? They go up and down. See what's happening now, guys? Companies go up and down. Things go up and down, but you got to remain resilient. So what happened during that time? HP now bought EDS. So EDS is a HP company. But when I went to EDS at the time, they put me at level, they're supposed to put me at level 1, right? Level 1 help desk. They put me at level 3, and now I'm dealing with the servers. They hired me after my 3 months because they promoted me right away. So when I went there, because I'm coming home at night and I'm working hard to figure out what to do to go back to work. So I stayed there for a period of time. The contract was with EDS. They lost it to TELUS. Google, guys, Google, TELUS. TELUS got the contract. Now I'm out of work because I was a consultant. I stayed home for 8 months. What do you do, Yvonne? What do you do? You're looking for work, right? It's busy and, a lot of people are out of job and you have to compete. And what did I do during that period of time? I was applying for jobs and my resume was in the database, the applicant tracking system. For those who are career professionals know what I'm talking about. And I got a call. The manager at that company called me and wanted to know if I would be a technical recruiter. So I went in and I'm pivoting again. Guys, I'm pivoting. I'm pivoting. I became a technical recruiter, but I still had to do an interview because there are people who are applying who are already recruiters I never recruited in my life. I told them I can do this. I hired people before. Remember, recruiting is not just about hiring. I told them that I can work hard. And with my technical background, I know I was going to be great because not all technical recruiters have a Microsoft certified engineer certification, an A plus and a CCNA, and also know about project management because when I went to Algonquin College, they taught us project management. The whole gamut. It was the best program that I have ever done. And I got to that company. The lady told me I would not place anybody within 1 or 2 months. I'll just be learning. Mrs. Clarke and company and friends on LinkedIn and everywhere. In the first 2 weeks, I placed 2 people. I say, this is it. This is it for me. By the end of the first year, my salary doubled. I decided that this was going to be the job for me. And I stayed there. And the reason why I took this permanent job, by the way, when I was offered the position, I decided I wasn't going to do consulting anymore. I needed some stability in my life because at that time I was going through a divorce. And I poured my life into my job while I'm going through that. I know how to work through challenges. So I went through that, but I redirected my energies. From worrying about the divorce and things like that, I redirected it into my work. And I stayed at that company and I became the senior director of recruiting, sales, and proposals. I went from the help desk to the executive desk. I went from the help desk to the boardroom. I career pivoted. I moved back to move forward several times in my life. So what is going on today, Mrs. Clarke, Merlyn, people have to know that you're going to keep focus and you've got to be resilient because this too will pass.
Wow. Wow. Yvonne, that was such great value. Stepping back to move forward. Kindergarten teacher, high school teacher, then taking a job as a receptionist, learning that business, getting promoted, relocating to a new country, new environment. But then you did an environment scan to see what do they need now? What is required of me? And you went and you learned accounting and worked with the government of the Cayman Islands, pivoted so many times into IT. And I loved how you shared how you used those transferable skills, because that's what people need to consider. What transferable skills you have. You may be looking at a job and it has a certain title. Don't worry about the title. Look at what the responsibilities are and look at your resume. Do a scan of your skills because everything can be taught, right? Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, your bio does not reflect this, but last year you were awarded for being Ottawa's top career coach. And I see why. Share that with us.
Thanks for asking that. Back in 2023, 2024, I was thrilled to be awarded Ottawa Top Career Coach by Faces Magazine. And to tell you the truth, Merlyn, I don't even know how I got it. I don't know who nominated me. I went all on the internet. I tried to figure out. I asked my daughter, do you know who did this? She said no, but I embraced it. And to date, I'm so happy that they did that because it showed me how much I've helped my clients. I think it's probably a secret client that did this and did not come forward and said that they did this. And so many of them are women in their 40s and 50s who, like me, were trying to figure it out. They were trying to figure out their new career paths, and I've helped so many people. So I was happy to do that. Yes, that was the Faces Magazine Award, Ottawa's top career coach, and I embrace it. I love it.
Wonderful. What a compliment. If one of your clients, your secret clients did that, that's the biggest flattery, recommendation, referral you can get to recognize you as that. Amazing. Yes, a lot of women over 40 and 50s, they're stuck and they want to move forward and they don't know how. Career, they want to make a career move. And a lot of them think that because I'm in my 40s and 50s, no one is going to hire me. And they have those limiting beliefs, those self-doubts. But that's what you and I do. We help them to squash those limiting beliefs so that they can move forward, right? Now, you have a big following on LinkedIn, and your bio also states that your LinkedIn posts have resonated with thousands of people. Tell us about some of the topics you share to add value to your audience.
I go the whole gambit. I go from job searching. I talk about how to get your promotion. I talk about how to, excel in an interview and get the job because there are different strategies to use for the different things. How to write your resume. Even though I teach people very well how to write their resume using AI also, because these are tools that you have to use in order to do it. But many people do not know how to prompt AI, the questions to ask. And that is very important because it is said that most of the people, probably around 20, I don't want to quote a number, but the people who are using AI to write their resumes properly are more of those are being hired now. And it is because what the AI does, it helps you to refine what you have to say in a higher level, more intelligent way. You just need to know how to edit it, how to ask the questions, how to use your own personal experience and story and integrate it into that framework. As a matter of fact, today I did a post on LinkedIn to show people how to answer questions. For example, there are questions like, why should I hire you? Or why do you want to work here? Those are questions that every company will ask because they want to know. If you don't know why you want to work there, I shouldn't give you this job. If you don't know why I should hire you, then you tell me why I should hire you, because I have 100 people applying. Why you, Merlyn? So the thing is that a lot of people don't know how to answer those questions. You can put a job description in AI and say, what are the three pain points of this company? And AI will give you the three pain points. And then you can look into what you have, your tools, right? Your skills and experience, and say, do I have this? So that's
Yes,
very important. Yes.
very important. Fantastic. So, Yvonne, you have shared some amazing strategies and your experiences, which I know the audience is going to gain some wisdom and benefit from. And I hope they have been taking notes, because this is great information, great wisdom. And, I love how you shared you're vulnerable to share your personal stories, going from different countries because your ex-husband got antsy, needed a change. And then as a wife, you're there, you have to find work, but you didn't sit back, have a pity party, and expected people to come bring the confetti and celebrate. You just pivoted. You did environmental scan to see what is it that you needed to do to get that job. And I love how you shared the importance of those transferable skills, because oftentimes people will say, okay, well, they're asking for this, that, and the other. I don't have that. And yes, you do. Look at what you did in your previous job, and you will see it may not be called the same thing. It may not be the same title, but you have those skills. So thank you so much. So I want you to follow Yvonne on IG, YouTube, and on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, she is Yvonne Robinson Jackson, career strategist and LinkedIn top voice, helping high achievers build careers that demand no sacrifice, just strategy. So remember, if you're looking for a career coach, or if you are a company and need someone to help you in recruiting, she's a career coach. Okay. She knows it inside out. So follow her. All right. And for me, I am the author of Let It Go and Flourish, which is a book. And that's the inspiration for this podcast.
Let it go and flourish. Release, renew, and rise.